Welcome, everyone, to Championship Wrestling from Arizona. It feels so good to once again call the program that. Todd Kennelly here with you along with Johnny LaQuasto. What a stacked episode. The Silver Spotlight Tournament continues, as well as a huge Arizona State Championship main event yet to come.
But kicking things off, Rocketboy Wilson taking on Ray Rosas.
And here comes Ray Rosas, the perennial #1 contender to the United Television Championship. Great to see him on this program. And we come to you again from the Ocean View Pavilion, the home of Championship Wrestling from Hollywood, the site of many of Rosas' biggest victories.
No doubt about that. He is a 3-time United World Tag Team Champion. But the reason we're in Hollywood, it was Ryan Morrill's idea to bring Championship Wrestling from Arizona to Hollywood. Little did he know that he would have the show's control taken away from him by Nico Marquez.
Well, because he had put himself in title match after title match and then interjected himself into the Silver Spotlight Tournament, lost to Dr. Feelgood, gave himself another shot, lost to EJ Sparks, and Nico Marquez doing the right thing. And we're going to forget all about that era and what the show used to be called. Remember, we can't say it, or we will be fired. Shake of the hands, good sportsmanship, and this is one heck of a way to kick things off, Johnny. What a match this looks to be.
But Todd, one thing we can't forget is Dr. Feelgood got fired. How do you fire a man who's undefeated? I am still livid at Ryan Morrill's. I think Nico Marquez has to do something about that. We need Dr. Feelgood in Arizona.
Well, I guess he's on his way, home sweet home. He was sent packing.
I don't think he has luggage.
Probably not. Maybe some tour t-shirts, some merch.
Now, if there's one thing DeMarco Wilson has on Ray Rosas, it probably is quickness, a little bit of agility. Don't forget, Ray Rosas has the previous knee surgery that took him out for 2 years.
Rosas with the top wrist lock. Yep, sure was, but has come back with a vengeance, and Rosas has been more impressive than ever.
Yes.
Talked about his big victories in this building. How about that huge steel cage win over in pretty Peter Avalon, or the professional Peter Avalon,
or Poopy Peter Avalon. He's had a lot of monikers.
Here you go, but that was
career.
One we'll never forget, and Rosas now back in control. Nice headlock takedown. Fundamental wrestling in the early going, and DeMarco Wilson, impressive matchup with Julius Coleman as part of that Silver Spotlight Tournament, which continues with the semifinal matches, but just came up short. But a win over Rosas would do wonders for the career of Wilson.
There's no doubt he could be even closer to title contention, but as far as the Silver Spotlight goes, the winner of the tournament receives an Arizona State Championship title shot at any time. It's essentially very close to the PP3 Cup. You can cash in whenever you want and become the Arizona State champion if you can defeat the current champion at the time.
We are going to determine who will be in the finals of that prestigious tournament tonight. 2 semifinal matches yet to come. And speaking of the Arizona State Championship, it'll be on the line in our main event. Gino Rivera, you would think he'd have an eye on this tournament coming up. Oh, close call there for Rosas, but he's got his hands full in a big way, taking on an absolute monster in Watts.
That's right, the power of hyper-optimism, victory through power, whichever way you want to call it. Watts has made no mistake about it. He wants to be a champion again, and he's going after the Arizona State Championship. And Gino Rivera, look, he's had a great run here, but him against Watts, I mean, Watts is double his size. It's going to be something to see.
Double his size and single leg pick there by DeMarco Wilson. Beautiful takedown, but a great counter transition there by Rosas. These two guys moving with tons of fluidity as if they're underwater, and Rosas tying him up, and you can hear the anguish in the voice of Wilson, who moves the weight forward to take off the pressure. Great fundamental back and forth seesaw action thus far, Johnny.
And this is fundamentals we don't necessarily always see from DeMarco Wilson. He does like to take to the air. He loves springboarding, but right now Rosas is keeping him grounded.
It's tough to get an advantage over the veteran Ray Rosas, and so DeMarco Wilson showing veteran instincts in his own right, because he knows that fools rush in. This thing getting physical now as Rosas caught him with a nice shot to the midsection. Look at this. Oh, head scissors takes him down, uses his entire body. Wow, this guy can move, Johnny.
This is when Wilson starts to pick up steam. Rosas, if I were him, I'd get myself out of the ring right now. But right now he's locked in.
DeMarco Wilson, Extreme Athlete, is a sponsored skateboarder and took down Rosas with that beautiful deep arm drag. Shades Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. Now shades of one of Steamboat's longtime rivals, Nature Boy Ric Flair with the chop.
There you go. And I will say this, I think Wilson learned from that loss to Julius Coleman. He gave him a great run. He just came up short. And every single loss you end up learning a lot from. And I think Wilson is showing that right now.
Nice trip there by Wilson. Followed in Rosas. Took him off his vertical base. Off the top with the missile drop kick springboard. And Rosas fortunate to the outside, but perhaps not. Nowhere to run, nowhere to hide from Wilson. Two ships passing in the night there, Johnny.
I'll be honest, I think Wilson was trying to go for the suicide dive there, but Rosas wisely gets back in the ring, catches him with a huge clothesline. The tide has just turned.
Shows how well-rounded he is. Rosas going for the cover. Can he put him away? We'll be back right after this. Welcome back to the action here on Championship Wrestling from Arizona. We got a good one to kick things off. Rosas in control throughout the break, nullifying that high-risk offense that's a signature of DeMarco Wilson, Johnny.
This is exactly the game plan Ray Rosas wants to do when it comes to DeMarco Wilson. You want to keep him off his feet. You want to keep him off the top rope from springboarding. And even though he's fighting back here, Rosas definitely in control during the commercial break.
It's the old keep your enemies close. Upstairs. Nice drop kick there. Floats over beautifully into the cover. And a close call and a sense of urgency to create some distance in his own right there for DeMarco Wilson.
No doubt about that. Of course, Ray Rosas, we cannot forget, as far as I'm concerned, the rightful #1 contender for the United Television Championship. But Oliver Grimsley still steadfast on becoming the television champion. So I don't know what's going to happen come Coastline Clash. We'll have to wait and find out.
Grimsley, the #1 contender from this program, from Championship Wrestling from Arizona. And in this matchup, this has been, either one of these guys could be great competitors for that TV title down the line, talking about Rosas and DeMarco. I don't think DeMarco Wilson has been the same competitor since that huge lariat that turned him inside out.
No doubt. And only a 2 count there from Rosas. Hooks the leg, though. Wilson's struggling now.
DeMarco Wilson, I mean, he has just been writhing in pain. A couple huge shots have really turned the tide, and he is digging down deep. You know, he wants to stay in this thing, but you could just see the anguish. He is having a tough time. Uphill climb for DeMarco.
I got to say, I'm a little surprised Ray is taking so much time here and not just continuing the attack. And there you go, DeMarco fighting back.
And some heavy shots, heavy artillery now by DeMarco. He is not shooting blanks, that's for sure. Reversal telegraph. That is rare for the veteran. Oh, a little receipt. A little buyer's remorse, perhaps, for Rosas. Deep hook of the leg, almost tied up in the ropes, and that was a close call. And what you'd have to, I would think, have to consider an upset win for DeMarco.
You just mentioned DeMarco being on the receiving end of a lariat. Well, now he just gave one to Ray. Didn't really pin him in the great position. Like, both feet were on the ropes, actually.
Wow.
Oh, wow, great roll up there.
Version of the Magistral Cradle. The weight reversed there by Rosas. He who counters last maybe counters best and takes this. And another Sunday punch there by Rosas. Yikes.
Overhand right from Ray. Knocking Wilson right back. And now slowly cutting off circulation here.
DeMarco Wilson, I really think those shots, I don't know that he's in total control of his mental faculties. He just seems like he's still rocked to me, Johnny.
He's getting to the point he's going to have to, if he can get free of this hold, he's going to have to start taking risks because Ray Rosas is going to wear him down if he doesn't.
Referee checking on the arm. Rosas going to try and put him away here, turn the lights off. Arm drops twice. Yeah, one more time, and it's going to be over. Wilson isn't moving here. Oh, something left in the tank.
There is not much, but now he's fighting to his feet.
And again,
no idea where he's at.
Round and round they go. Where they stop,
oh,
only DeMarco knows. Great leverage move there, and that might open the window of opportunity for him, Johnny.
Incredible ring awareness there. Maybe it was just a guessing game. Either way, though, he sent Rosas into the second turnbuckle, and a huge clothesline.
Oh, that has been the difference maker in this matchup, those big lariats. DeMarco now catching his second win, digging down deep, looking for the scoop slam, doesn't hit it. Reversal now by Rosas, reversal the other way, round and round they go. Beautiful overhead belly-to-belly throw into the cover. Only a count of 2. That was close.
Very close to DeMarco Wilson. Great flurry here, seemingly from out of nowhere, just when Rosas had him dead to rights.
Back and forth matchup. That pendulum of momentum now switches to the side of DeMarco Wilson, and we are just getting started. Snap suplex.
Very rare to see DeMarco go to the power game, but here he is. Back-to-back suplexes, possibly going for a third.
Well, this is
wait a minute.
Caught him in the fisherman suplex. Executed it perfectly into the cover, and another close call. He couldn't really get too much body on that cover, Johnny, and I think it cost it Rosas there.
That was definitely a struggle for Rosas to even make the pin, let alone hook the leg. But it turned the tide just enough. Rosas back to his feet first.
Crowd voicing their approval of this action. It has been a fantastic match from the opening bell. And again, we're just getting things started, folks. 2 semifinal matches, Arizona State title on the line. What episode you joined us for here.
Non-stop for an entire hour. Look out!
You got to think Rosas was thinking flatliner, but a beautiful counter into the senton by Wilson. He's got an answer for everything, but only comes up with the count of 2.
That was an incredible counter by Wilson into the springboard senton off the ropes. This match has gone back and forth about 17 times. It's really been incredibly evenly matched.
Fantastic matchup thus far. What's it going to come down to? What's it going to take? Both men showing great resiliency. Here's some high-risk attempt. Look for the knee to the back of the head. Did not connect. Enziguri now by Rosas. Beautiful suplex with a whole lot of momentum coming out of the corner.
Great follow-up off the Enziguri. Now it looks like Rosas is heading way up top. I think I know what's coming. The elbow pad is down.
Oh, but look at this.
Wow.
Wilson had it scouted and goes upstairs himself. Rosas crumbles to the outside. How many times have we seen Rosas hit that elbow?
Incoming! DeMarco Wilson taking him out. Huge upset.
We're here in the Hollywood region and call air traffic control at LAX. Off the top, beautiful crossbody. He's got him dead center in the ring and dead to rights. Only 2.
This could be the best performance we've seen from DeMarco Wilson in his career thus far.
I don't deny that, Johnny, but also, and we say this time and time again, another incredibly gutsy effort by Ray Rosas to survive.
Yeah, no one's more resilient than Rosas. Oh my God, buckle bomb there, and followed up with a super kick.
Nowhere to go but down. You gotta believe. Look out here. Adios, amigos.
Just like that, hooks the leg. Rosas wins.
He absolutely earned that one. What a matchup. We take a look back at the action here, and Ray Rosas was going for the elbow. Thought it was going to be the beginning of the end.
Right.
What a counter by DeMarco Wilson. Rosas to the outside. But we said, who counters last, counters best. Rosas put it on full throttle at the end of the match.
An incredible combination there at the end. Buckle bomb followed up by the super kick very quickly into the adios amigos, and that was enough to put down DeMarco Wilson.
And adios for now. We'll be back right after this.